Good evening. This is Michael Sussman joining you live from Go-Mart Ballpark for this evening's high school showdown, a local clash between the South Charleston Black Eagles and the St. Albans Red Dragons. St. Albans out there getting their last couple ground balls as it's a little bit of an overcast day. The sun is shining through a little bit. It's about sweatshirt weather and just a good opportunity to kind of avoid the rainy fields. The coaches met throughout the day, and they said, you know what, let's go ahead and go to Go-Mart Park. They've opened their doors to these two teams and to us tonight on HD Media Game Day. As you see South Charleston there getting their legs loose, about ready to roll. South Charleston comes in at 5-3. Last time out fell to Spring Valley 14-4, but that was back on April 2nd. A ton of games have been rained out since. A player to watch for, Braxton Burke, hitting .400. He'll be the starting shortstop today. 10 hits, 6 RBIs. We saw him in the center defensive mid-spot during soccer season also. Last time we were there against Huntington, he was nursing an injury, so hit but did not play in the field. It's good to see him back and rolling. Getting the ball on the bump today for South Charleston is Jackson Akers, who we're familiar with, comes in 14.2 innings pitched, 23 strikeouts, 11 walks. As we talked to him after the Huntington game earlier this year, he almost went the distance. He was fired up, feels great about what this team is capable of this season. A good low to mid-80s fastball, a nice off speed to go with it. So Akers, the 1 or the 2 for South Charleston, getting the pearl today for Coach Shane Saunders. As for St. Albans, it'll be Brogan Sams on the bump, coming in 6 innings pitched, 1 loss, 0-1. He's given up 7 hits. Sams, a sharpshooter on the basketball court, probably the best player for them on the hardwood. Two-sport guy, as St. Albans will meet over and left, the two managers exchanging lineup cards. And an offensive player to watch for, Gavin Comer, shortstop for the Red Dragons, with a colorful stat sheet to this point, hitting .367, 11 hits, 6 base hits, 4 doubles, and he's gone yard. You're watching high school baseball on HD Media Game Day. We're back after this. St. Albans versus South Charleston.
This HD Media production of South Charleston Baseball is brought to you by the City of South Charleston, someplace special. Kevin Davis, attorney at law, helping the people of West Virginia every day. The Wheeling University Physical Therapy Program, emphasizing a whole-person approach to the investigation of clinical issues. And by Realtor Beth Given, taking your stress away with her experience and determined approach in the business and market.
Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane is built a little differently than other dealerships on things like a smile and a handshake. That's because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and the huge inventory in both new and pre-owns doesn't hurt either. So when you're ready for your next vehicle, make that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just off the Hurricane exit of I-64, Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
CJU is a great company to work for. We've been around for 78 years. We are an underground utility construction company all across the East Coast. We are rapidly growing, and we're seeing a huge growth in this market, a huge need for employees. We are always looking for those that are experienced, those that are trying to get their foot in the door. We have positions for everybody. We offer competitive pay. We offer competitive benefits. We take pride in having a family atmosphere at CJU's, and it's truly just a family company.
This HD Media production of South Charleston Baseball is brought to you by Red Door Properties, your unequivocal go-to resource for all your real estate needs. The Masters Law Firm, helping West Virginia personal injury victims since 1974. The Affiliated Construction Trades. If you work for a living, we're working for you. And by the Charleston Gazette Mail, with digital subscriptions starting as low as $9.99 for 3 months.
Are you ready to unlock unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades Apprenticeship Programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
Glendale State University offers cutting-edge programs, small class sizes, and dedicated faculty providing students with a personalized experience focused on their success. With the lowest tuition in the Mountain State, every student has the opportunity to achieve their goals. At Glendale State University, you'll find a community that supports, challenges, and inspires you every step of the way. From hands-on learning in state-of-the-art facilities to internships that connect you with real-world opportunities, we prepare you for the challenges and triumphs of tomorrow. Pioneer your future at Glendale State University.
For more than 170 years, Burke & Herbert Bank continues to deliver service beyond expectations to our customers. With an expanded footprint from the mountains of West Virginia to the Eastern Shore and beyond, we're here for you. As a full-service community bank offering the latest digital tools and guidance, we take the time to understand your unique needs, helping you move your family, your business, and your dreams forward together. Burke & Herbert Bank.
Surround yourself with beautiful views at the Eagle's Nest Restaurant and Lounge, open Wednesday through Sunday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Try our all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet on Saturdays from 9 to noon. How about lunch instead? Join us for our lunch buffet on Sunday and Wednesday through Friday from noon to 2. Want a place to relax after a long week? Our lounge has happy hour every Friday night starting at 4:30. Great quality food at prices you'll love. Come to Eagle's Nest Restaurant, just off Canal Turnpike in South Charleston.
I'm Chris Miller, and I'm proud to sponsor productions like this one that showcase the best of this great state. School pride runs deep here. Friday night lights, crowded gyms, packed auditoriums. It's what makes this such a great place to live and work. So be true to your school. And at Dutch Miller Auto, we're there with you. Because when we build on our young people, everybody wins. I'm proud to lead the way as we bring out the best in West Virginia. I'm Chris Miller, and enjoy the game.
This HD media production of South Charleston Baseball is brought to you by the City of South Charleston, someplace special. Kevin Davis, attorney at law, helping the people of West Virginia every day. The Wheeling University Physical Therapy Program, emphasizing a whole-person approach to the investigation of clinical issues. And by Realtor Beth Given, taking your stress away with her experience and determined approach in the business and market.
Let's play some ball from Go-Mart Park. You are watching high school baseball on HD Media Game Day, as we'll give you the starting lineups. For South Charleston, Braxton Burke going to lead off at shortstop. Jackson Akers will hit second. He's got the ball on the bump. Tanner Atkins at second base, slashing third. Avery Grayley in the cleanup spot. He's at first base. Caden Hackman catching behind the dish in the 5-hole. Jackson Webb is the designated hitter, batting sixth. Not hitting in left field, number 3, Carter Moscow. Marcus Goad will slash seventh. He's in right field. Brock Henson at third base, batting eighth. And Jordan Terry, who can cover a lot of ground out there in center field, rounding out the lineup. South Charleston today in the orange tops, white pants, and St. Albans in the black unis and white bottoms. This was supposed to be a game at South Charleston, but the location changed due to weather. So the Black Eagles, the home team, As we give you the starters for the Red Dragons, Deuce McClain in left field, slashing first. Gavin Comer will hit second. He's at shortstop. Devin Hatfield at third base, hitting third. Brogan Sam's batting fourth on the bump. Bryce Eggleton at first base, hitting fifth. Luke Buckner in right field, slashing sixth. The catcher is Caden Riggin, DHing for him, number 23, Josh Mosley. Will Curry will hit eighth. He's at second base wearing number 1. And Tyler DeLuca in center field will finish up the lineup. We thank the fine folks here at Gomart Park for making the accommodations today. They've been really welcoming ever since this afternoon, as this is just a beautiful facility. Ultimately, the goal is to get right back here for the state tournament, somewhere where St. Albans has made themselves at home in the last decade or so. And South Charleston, a program that won 2 games just recently, is on the rise, looking to kind of make that next step. Digging into the left side here for St. Albans, McClain. First offering is over the inside corner, called strike 1. As Akers going to work from the windup, steps and goes. On the outside corner, called strike 2. So way up here, nobody on, nobody out. As Akers going to wheel and deal, and McClain stays alive. Akers, of course, got the win in that Huntington game, one of our first ones on the air. Nearly went the distance and told me afterwards he lives for those situations, just loves to compete as that ball's down. So 1-2 count. McClain, 294 hitter. As that's up and away. Remember, Coach Saunders said that day that he usually doesn't like to go that high with the starters, but it's just a guy that's worked as hard as Akers. He was going to give him that opportunity, as that's found off the press box. And just makes a kid easy to root for when you know they're putting in the work themselves. Coach said he was kind of one of the hardest working players he'd ever had. Even 2-2 is slashed into the netting. St. Albans led by Rick Whitman. 2-2 delivery. All run away. Nice fight here from McClain coming back in the AB. And we get to the payoff pitch. Runs in, and it looks like it nicked him. So an HBP would have been ball 4 anyway. So McClain aboard. That'll bring up Gavin Comer, the shortstop. As the light's going to flicker on here at Gomart. It's a beautiful backdrop. They still have the Christmas tree out there in deep left center over the fence from the Lights Festival. Decent lead here for McClain. Akers going to toss over. Nobody out, 1 on. From the stretch, delivery to Comer. Sharp ground ball, third base fielded. They'll get the lead runner at second. Adkins to first. It's in time as the Black Eagles turn 2. Great job at the hot corner there by Brock Henson. Stepped and threw quickly. Adkins, perfect transfer. Accurate throw. Here's Devin Hatfield, third baseman. First offering way high. And those are the types of plays that are going to be a little easier to make on turf. The ball's traveling faster. You don't get any bad hops. It's not going to slow down. Of course, Gomart going to the all-turf field. I believe it's been 2 years now. I was a skeptic at first, but it's just allowed the community to play way more here as that has flown towards foul territory. Avery Grayley trotting back towards the bullpen. In came Atkins. It'll bounce between them. As Coach Saunders going to have a look there. That was A long run for both of those guys. Marcus Goad was crashing in from right also. That's something they work on a lot, those pop-ups. 1-1. Empty base paths, the offering. And that's slashed over onto the concourse. Hatfield up, Brogan, Sams in the on-deck circle. One shake-off on the same page. And Akers rifles it in and just doesn't get the call. Might have been outside. I think it was low. This will dig for the grip. And unloads a ball in 2 strikes. Dribbled backward. Hatfield, 3-hole hitter, slashing .333. Has driven in 5 runs. Nobody on, 2 down. Akers trying to get out of the frame. All work to the plate, and he watched a strike 3. Unfortunately, music started playing simultaneously, which is not supposed to happen. He tried to grab time. The umpire wouldn't give it. And the St. Albans coaching staff, Coach Whitman, not thrilled about it. And understandably so, that's kind of a gray area, but he was just about to let go of the baseball. I know at least in the professionals that's a fine if that happens. Obviously, it could not enforce anything like that here. Nonetheless, we'll take it out, no score, as we're back in the bottom of the first after this.
This HD media production of South Charleston Baseball is brought to you by the City of South Charleston, someplace special. Kevin Davis, attorney at law, helping the people of West Virginia every day. The Wheeling University Physical Therapy Program, emphasizing a whole-person approach to the investigation of clinical issues. And by Realtor Beth Given, taking your stress away with her experience and determined approach in the business and market.
Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane is built a little differently than other dealerships on things like a smile and a handshake. That's because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and the huge inventory in both new and pre-owned doesn't hurt either. So when you're ready for your next vehicle, make that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just off the Hurricane exit of I-64, Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
CJE is a great company to work for. We've been around for 78 years. We are an underground utility construction company all across the East Coast. We are rapidly growing, and we're seeing a huge growth in this market, a huge need for employees. We are always looking for those that are experienced, those that are trying to get their foot in the door. We have positions for everybody. We offer competitive pay. We offer competitive benefits. We take pride in having a family atmosphere at CJ Hughes, and it's truly just a family company.
Are you ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades Apprenticeship Programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
Back to it at Gameday Park. There was debate there from Coach Whitman throughout the timeout as Baby Shark came on mid-delivery and assisted with the strikeout as Hatfield tried to get time. You kind of understand the frustration. That's just not a situation that you normally have to play through. But South Charleston will take them however they can get them as they'll lead off here. Braxton Burke, Jackson Akers, Tanner Atkins. Starter here, Brogan Sams, 6 innings pitched. As Sam's going to reach back, heads to the plate. It's all over. Anthony's called strike 1. So Baby Shark with a perfect strikeout to walk ratio as the 0-1 pitch is lifted down the line to left field, angling towards the corner as it is caught, ranging backward. Nice play from Deuce McClain. as St. Albans has one. Burke definitely barreled that one up. That was just a couple steps in front of the warning track. And McLean had to go directly over the shoulder. It was kind of right over his head. Here's Jackson Akers. Nobody on, one away. First pitch delivery lifted in the air towards the right center field gap. Again backing up the outfield, and again the catch made, this time Luke Buckner. So South Charleston driving the baseball. And outfield depth is something that's hard to judge at this ballpark, because if you play where the pros would play, you kind of leave the whole bloop possibility wide open. So you kind of have to think about where a high school fence would be. As Tanner Atkins up, this is just a tad downstairs. 1-0 pitch off the outer black. Atkins, 5 hits, 3 RBIs. As Sams will work from the windup and fires. It's called for a strike. Atkins, another guy that we spoke to after the game the other night at Huntington, as the 2-1 pitch is fouled backward. Talked about how close this team was. It's just a different feeling than in past years. 2-1 count. So the plate goes Sams, as that's outside. And that's so important. Just about every good team I've ever been on, the players were friends. It kind of came naturally. As that is down, Atkins going to draw the walk. Duck on the pond for South Charleston. That'll bring up Avery Grayley. As Atkins takes his lead from the belt, Sams. First pitch curveball against the strike one call. Broadcasting on the same day as the National Championship Men's Basketball Finals. That's later on tonight. As it's to the plate, at the kneecap, called strike. A bracket not yet busted with the Houston Cougars. If this game goes long enough, you can kind of pull some dual screen action later on as the 1-1 pitch will ricochet off of Riggin, and Atkins advances. Large backstop here at Gameday Park as well. 2-1 count, runner on second. Couple of outs to Avery Grayley, who's having a sensational year on the mound. ERA under 2. And the pitch off speed. They'll get him on the outside corner. And the side is retired. Grayley goes down watching. 0-0. We're back in the top of the second on HD Media Game Day.
This HD Media production of South Charleston Baseball is brought to you by Red Door Properties, your unequivocal go-to resource for all your real estate needs. The Masters Law Firm, helping West Virginia personal injury victims since 1974. The Affiliated Construction Trades. If you work for a living, we're working for you. And by the Charleston Gazette Mail, with digital subscriptions starting as low as $9.99 for 3 months.
Glenville State University offers cutting-edge programs, small class sizes, and dedicated faculty providing students with a personalized experience focused on their success. With the lowest tuition in the Mountain State, every student has the opportunity to achieve their goals. At Glenville State University, you'll find a community that supports, challenges, and inspires you every step of the way. From hands-on learning in state-of-the-art facilities to internships that connect you with real-world opportunities, we prepare you for the challenges and triumphs of tomorrow. Pioneer your future at Glenville State University.
And we are back at Go-Mart Park. Finally, the rain breaks as we're able to play ball tonight. Shout out to the folks here at Go-Mart for making this possible. You had JV earlier, a game that the Red Dragons took decisively. Had a G-Dub game canceled over the weekend. That was unfortunate. We'll be back with them at 5 o'clock tomorrow against Ripley. Up to bat here, Brogan Sams, top of the second, as Jackson Akers will rock and fire. And this is hit well straight away left towards Moscow. This will bounce and roll to the fence. Sams heads to second. Hard turn now to third. It's to the cutoff man. Shot in there, and he'll slide in safely. Leadoff triple, Brogan Sams. That was a shot. Just a liner there. Got on Moscow pretty quickly. And a tough one to track down. If he had the playback, probably would have wanted to turn to his right instead of his left. As Eggleton in here, RBI situation. First pitch to Bryce is on the outside corner, called strike one. Bryce Eggleton on fire to start the year, batting .520. And the 0-1 offering. Checked his swing. And he did not go, says Tom Alloys. 1-1 count. Eggleton, the ace on the hill for the Red Dragons. Akers, a ball and a strike. Outside corner gets the call. 13 hits, 4 of them doubles. Eggleton's homered once. And the 1-2 is by him. Jackson Akers gets him with the inside heater. Second punch out for Akers. That'll bring up Luke Buckner. As Tom Alloys again going to call time there as Buckner steps out. Runner on third, one away. And the offering is down and in. You can score the first run of the game here without a base hit. Just need to drive something out to the outfield. The South Charleston infield even at the corners. Graley maybe a step and a half in front as that's popped over towards the concourse. These two teams played in softball on Tuesday of last week. The Red Dragons winning that 13-1. 1-1 pitch. Elevated as Buckner goes up 2-1. And fouled over towards the luxury suites. Pretty good accommodations over there. If you go to a Dirty Birds games, it's free hot dogs. Not sure if you have to pay for the beer. I think an all-inclusive ticket. As that is upstairs. They start, I think, May 6th in the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. So the dish goes Akers with the payoff, and he blew it past him. Jackson Akers dialed in 3 strikeouts. That upstairs pitch coming right at the eyeballs, hard to lay off of. Designated hitter Josh Mosley, runner on third, 2 down. Lifts the leg and goes. It's smothered down, nice block. Bouncing back there, Caden Hackman. Mosley slashing 294 from the chest. Fastball popped the glove right where Hackman was set up. Akers talked about how getting into a rhythm is so important as a pitcher, and he's a guy that really wastes no time. As you see, gets it from Hackman. Foot's already on the rubber. Coach already gave the sign. Kind of got to know your personnel. Some guys are more deliberate. Line drive shot. It's into left. RBI. As Josh Mosley will put the Red Dragons in front 1-0. Sam's in for the run. Nice quick hands from Mosley, just muscling it into left. As Henson with the hustle left his feet. So the outer black up 0-1 Akers. Will Curry batting .240, 2 doubles, 1 triple. The 0-1. To the same spot. Curry up, Tyler DeLuca due up next. And the 0-2 is shot up the middle. Bats waking up for the Red Dragons. Back-to-back hits. As Curry pounded it right back up the gut. Third hit of the frame. As Sam's got the party started with the triple. Center fielder here, Tyler DeLuca. Forces everywhere if you're South Charleston. And he swings over top of it. Second leadoff here. Coach Whitman is trying to throw a curveball at South Charleston metaphorically, as DeLuca hitting .407 with 11 hits. 0-1 pitch. And right on time, slashes it into center. Terry Fields throws towards the plate. Head first dive, and St. Albans goes up 2-0. DeLuca grabs an extra 90 feet. And the third straight base knock. Beautiful piece of low ball hitting. Stayed back through the hands at it. And DeLuca in double digits in RBIs with 10. Back to the top. Second time up for Deuce McLean. Second and third, 0-1. I'll say was low. Pretty deep to get it out of here. The furthest ball I've seen hit was off the third story of the right center field building. Just throwing that out there. You never know what's going to happen as the 1-0 pitch called for strike one. But St. Albans really not trying to do that. Just good level swings. Poking it through. 1-1. Is blocked. McLean was just grazed by that pitch back in the top of the first. Two-one offering. Is down. So 3-1 hitters count. McLean, 2 RBIs, 5 hits. As that's lifted towards shallow center field, called for by Braxton Burke. He'll make the catch. And the side retired. St. Albans draws first blood. 2-0, they lead it. As we're back after this on HD Media Game Day.
This HD Media production of South Charleston Baseball is brought to you by the City of South Charleston, someplace special. Kevin Davis, attorney at law, helping the people of West Virginia every day. The Wheeling University Physical Therapy Program, emphasizing a whole-person approach to the investigation of clinical issues. And by Realtor Beth Given, taking your stress away with her experience and determined approach in the business and market.
For more than 170 years, Burke & Herbert Bank continues to deliver service beyond expectations to our customers. With an expanded footprint from the mountains of West Virginia to the Eastern Shore and beyond, we're here for you. As a full-service community bank offering the latest digital tools and guidance, we take the time to understand your unique needs, helping you move your family, your business, and your dreams forward together. Burke & Herbert Bank.
I'm Chris Miller, and I'm proud to sponsor productions like this one that showcase the best of this great state. School pride runs deep here. Friday night lights, crowded gyms, packed auditoriums. It's what makes this such a great place to live and work. So be true to your school. And at Dutch Miller Auto, we're there with you. Because when we build on our young people, everybody wins. I'm proud to lead the way as we bring out the best in West Virginia. I'm Chris Miller, and enjoy the game.
We're back to it at Gameday Ballpark. Caden Hackman, the catcher, leading off here for South Charleston. 0-1. Brogan Sams is up as this is lifted towards the netting, and it's caught in play as Riggin snagged it. And South Charleston with one away. Well done there by Riggin, losing the mask, identifying the baseball. That was awfully close, had to know where he was. Here's Jackson Webb, DH. And Sams will step and go. Curveball did not get on top of it. Ball one up. Jackson Webb having a solid season, hitting .333. And the 1-0. Under the knee. Got a crazy looking sky, some sun shining through to the left of us, and darker directly up top as 2-0 is taken for a third ball. One of the best views in the city. You got the mountains behind it, the Capitol building way out there towards the foul pole. Behind the foul poles, that is at the letters called for a strike. Webb up, Marcus Goad on deck. 3-1 pitch, and swung at and missed. So far, Brogan Sams with one strikeout and one walk, and a couple of balls hit in the air. Payoff to Webb. Sharp ground ball, shortstop, fielded and thrown to first in time by Gavin Comer. Red Dragons with two down. Up now, Marcus Goad, known as Marky Goad. Goad, .292 on base percentage. A couple of doubles on the year. Sam's going to dig for the grip. Wheel and deal it. Nasty curveball. The curve is all about that late break. And that fell off the face of the universe. 0-1. Backs it up with the fastball just out. One pitch. Off speed, this time stayed back on it. Fielded, moving over by Comer. He's got to eat it. As Goad's got the infield single. Really nice adjustment there from Goad. Fooled early in the count by the off speed. And then picked it up out of the hand on that pitch. 1 on, 2 down. That'll bring up Brock Henson, the third baseman. As he'll swing through it. 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. South Charleston just with one hit so far. Goad just broke the seal. 0-2. Runs up. Sun hitting pretty hard in center field. Tyler DeLuca trying to cover it up with his glove, as that is just elevated. Again, coming up tomorrow, we got GW versus Ripley. Last time we were there, got to see WVU commit Slade Barton. 2-2. He'll hang alive. Barton's stuff was nasty. Speaking of WVU, they're on a 7-game win streak right now. 27-4. Pretty remarkable what that program's done, and probably has even gotten better under Coach Saban's, as that's over the helmet. He was there for a number of years learning from Coach Mazey, who laid the foundation. Runner on first, 2 down, full count. Sams will step and go, and it's a 4th ball. So Henson and Goad on first and second. Up comes the 9-hole hitter Jordan Terry. Terry slashing .231. Sam's first pitch off speed and lost it up. Coach Rick Whitman trying to get on the same page with Riggin. They might have got switched up. 1-0. Fastball, got to pass him. Usually an assistant coach relays in the sign, but it's kind of an ongoing conversation amongst the front row dwellers, the bucket sitters. Two 2-1 count, 2 down. Sams will toss over. Be sure to download the free HD Media Plus app. That's where you can get all of our content. Sports, news, whatever it may be. The 2-1 pitch is up by the chin. And St. Albans 1 pitch away from walking the bases loaded. Just trying to slow him down a little bit, see if Sams can find that adjustment. Usually when you're missing high, it's because you're not finishing, you're not putting the front fingers into the glove of the catcher and following with the body. Hitter's count for Terry, as he'll watch over the outer half. Runner's going to be moving. Full count, 2 away. They take off, and Terry swings and misses. As Sams will strand 2-0 Red Dragons. We are back in the top of the third after this on HD Media Game Day.
This HD Media production of South Charleston Baseball is brought to you by Red Door Properties, your unequivocal go-to resource for all your real estate needs. The Masters Law Firm, helping West Virginia personal injury victims since 1974. The Affiliated Construction Trades. If you work for a living, we're working for you. And by the Charleston Gazette-Mail, with digital subscriptions starting as low as $9.99 for 3 months.
Are you ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades Apprenticeship Programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane is built a little differently than other dealerships on things like a smile and a handshake. That's because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and the huge inventory in both new and pre-owned doesn't hurt either. So when you're ready for your next vehicle, make that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just off the Hurricane exit of I-64, Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
Back at Gomart Park as Akers will work to Gavin Comer, gets a strike one call. St. Albans with 4 hits in the contest, all of them coming there in the second. 0-1, Akers steps and fires, curveball lifted towards short left. Burke will make the call, and the catch drifting backward. Rangy shortstop there taking charge. As he waved the hand, that'll bring up Devin Hatfield, the third baseman. Nobody on, 1 down. Burke shading towards his left as the pitch is popped up. This time towards the second baseman, Atkins. Squeezes it. And South Charleston with a couple of outs. That helps the pitch count there. Akers, 2 pitches, 2 outs. Now Brogan Sams. Sams tripled down the line first time through. Akers wheels and deals. First pitch curveball down and away. So cautious to start out after the frozen rope. Nobody on, 2 away. Akers to the plate. That'll be a ball, too. Akers with 26 strikeouts on the year, as that is poked out of play. Working to a .261 hitter in Sams, with 3 extra baggers on the campaign, as that is under the knee. Ball 4. I'll put on Sams. Eggleton will come back up. Sams got the better of him. Got him swinging the first time. As we'll check the Major League scoreboard for the first time, the Pirates up 4-0 over the St. Louis Cardinals in the middle of the 4th. Runner takes off as that is skied towards center field. In comes Terry. Back goes Burke. And Burke will take it. South Charleston puts a 0 up on the board. We're back in the bottom of the 3rd. 2-zip Red Dragons.
Glendale State University offers cutting-edge programs, small class sizes, and dedicated faculty providing students with a personalized experience focused on their success. With the lowest tuition in the Mountain State, every student has the opportunity to achieve their goals. At Glendale State University, you'll find a community that supports, challenges, and inspires you every step of the way. From hands-on learning in state-of-the-art facilities to internships that connect you with real-world opportunities, we prepare you for the challenges and triumphs of tomorrow. Pioneer your future at Glendale State University.
Surround yourself with beautiful views at the Eagle's Nest Restaurant and Lounge. Open Wednesday through Sunday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Try our all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet on Saturdays from 9 to noon. How about lunch instead? Join us for our lunch buffet on Sunday and Wednesday through Friday from noon to 2. Want a place to relax after a long week? Our lounge has happy hour every Friday night starting at 4:30. Great quality food at prices you'll love. Come to Eagle's Nest Restaurant just off Canal Turnpike in South Charleston.
And we're back on HD Media Game Day, 2-0. St. Albans leads it over South Charleston behind a big second inning RBIs from Josh Mosley, Tyler DeLuca. Brogan Sams with a solid outing going as he'll face the top of the order. Here's Braxton Burke. Sams on the same page as Riggin, and Burke going to grab time. Braxton squared it up in the bottom of the first, hit it deep out to left field. Just a couple steps shy of the warning track. As he'll take a strike one. We're giving you the MLB scores just before the break there. Nationals up 3-2 over the Dodgers. That game in the top of the fourth. As Burke going to shoot a ground ball. Comer dives, throw from the knees, and he got him. What a play. Gavin Comer with the web gem. I heard one of the fans there go, da-na-na, da-na-na. Appropriately so. Dove got it on the one hop, and that is a tough throw with all your momentum to pick yourself up off the turf as Akers will watch a ball one high and away. Early show, Akers will watch a second ball. It's one of the best plays we've seen from an infielder all year. 2-0. As this is head over towards the stands, McClain will watch it bounce in the seats. Good to see the Pittsburgh Pirates with an early lead there. They were up 4-0 as they've been right where they usually belong, 3-7 with the Cincinnati Reds in the basement of the NL Central. 2-1 pitch. Here's a ball. Although the Reds have had a lot of injury trouble, some bad luck. I think got shut out 3 times last week. Pretty remarkable 1-0 games, too, as Akers going to deposit that over towards the concourse. And then the Pirates just kind of a one-man wrecking crew with Paul Skeens at this point. They've got some other options pitching-wise, but just not that much else to be optimistic with. South Charleston going to draw the walk there. Akers jogs down to first. Atkins 0-for-0 with a walk in the first. Sam's hoping to roll his team a double play ball. Off speed, snaps into the zone, called strike. And the pitch. Atkins will rope it into the concourse. Good swing just early. He was fired up when we talked to him earlier this year. I remember that night he had to play shortstop, which was, as far as this year goes, not a familiar position. But made all the plays, stepped in as Akers going to steal, swing and a run, a line drive, caught at third, and they double him up at first. Devin Hatfield with the look what I found, and that will retire the side. 2-0 Red Dragons. We're back in the fourth after this.
This HD Media production of South Charleston Baseball is brought to you by the City of South Charleston, someplace special. Kevin Davis, attorney at law, helping the people of West Virginia every day. The Wheeling University Physical Therapy Program, emphasizing a whole-person approach to the investigation of clinical issues. And by Realtor Beth Given, taking your stress away with her experience and determined approach in the business and market.
CJE is a great company to work for. We've been around for 78 years. We are an underground utility construction company all across the East Coast. We are rapidly growing, and we're seeing a huge growth in this market, a huge need for employees. We are always looking for those that are experienced, those that are trying to get their foot in the door. We have positions for everybody. We offer competitive pay. We offer competitive benefits. We take pride in having a family atmosphere at CJ Hughes, and it's truly just a family company.
For more than 170 years, Burke & Herbert Bank continues to deliver service beyond expectations to our customers. With an expanded footprint from the mountains of West Virginia to the Eastern Shore and beyond, we're here for you. As a full-service community bank offering the latest digital tools and guidance, we take the time to understand your unique needs, helping you move your family, your business, and your dreams forward together. Burke & Herbert Bank.
We're back. This is Michael Sussman with you on HD Media Game Day. St. Albans hoping to add to a 2-0 lead. And 4 hits, a couple of runs in the second. Other than that, Jackson Akers has been lights out. As he struck out 3, hit 1, walked 1. First pitch swing there from Buckner. As Akers goes up 0-1. And got the right fielder Luke swinging back in the second. And the 0-1 pitch, sharp ground ball, fielded at third, throw to first in time. As the play made there by Brock Henson. Henson making the routinely getting the glove, well, not dirty because it's turf, but getting a couple pellets on it. There's Josh Mosley. As Akers works from the windup and gets the strike one call. Mosley got the train rolling with an RBI single. As Akers strides and fires, fouled off the end of the bat. Josh Mosley batting .294. And the 0-2. Just off the outer half. These two teams, regional opponents. The big news broke this week that there will not be sections, just a regional similar to what you have in basketball. As Akers ready to go here, 0-2 pitch. This is slashed out of play. So the teams in each region will be split into 2 mini brackets. The winner of those play a best 2 out of 3. With the winner of the regional championship to come here as Mosley pounds a single up the middle. And his approach locked in, 2 for 2. Well done keeping the hands back on the curveball. Will Curry going to be the next hitter as the pinch run here for the DH. And number 6, Gavin Grigsby. St. Albans with 5 hits. And Akers will throw over. So the region is GW, Oak Hill, Riverside, St. Albans, South Charleston, of course, then Woodrow Wilson. Slide step he goes. Ground ball, shortstop Burke has to go 1 with it. It's in time. As Grigsby heads up to second. And you won't hear me say this very often, but I think the WVSSAC got it right. Just because baseball's an everyday sport, you got to have a series in there somewhere. And it just works better than it does in basketball as DeLuca, the lefty up. As it's a chopped ground ball towards Coach Saunders. And just the fact that only 4 teams go to the state tournament instead of 8 makes it more likely to identify the best teams. The cream will rise to the top. I think some of the early round blowouts in the basketball states were kind of problematic. As DeLuca digs in here, 1 for 1 with an RBI single. 0-1 pitch. Lifted towards the concourse. Tyler DeLuca hitting .407. 6 doubles, 1 triple coming in. Notched his 12th hit earlier. The 0-2. Rolled over ground ball. Graley at first. PFP will flip to Akers. It's in time. And the side's retired. We're back in the bottom half. Red Dragons clinging to a 2-run lead on HD Media Gameday.
This HD Media production of South Charleston Baseball is brought to you by the City of South Charleston, someplace special. Kevin Davis, attorney at law, helping the people of West Virginia every day. The Wheeling University Physical Therapy Program, emphasizing a whole-person approach to the investigation of clinical issues. And by Realtor Beth Given, taking your stress away with her experience and determined approach in the business and market. This HD Media production of South Charleston Baseball is brought to you by Red Door Properties, your unequivocal go-to resource for all your real estate needs. The Masters Law Firm, helping West Virginia personal injury victims since 1974. The Affiliated Construction Trades. If you work for a living, we're working for you. And by the Charleston Gazette Mail, with digital subscriptions starting as low as $9.99 for 3 months.
And we are back on HD Media Game Day, 2-0. The St. Albans Red Dragons in front. Brogan Sam's thrown a gem to this point, only 1 hit allowed. South Charleston hoping to get back into things. It's Avery Graley to step in, the first baseman. Sams will go from the wind-up, first pitch curveball down and away. All about base runners if you're the Black Eagles. Any way you can. Sam's up and in, second ball. Looked like both squads let a lot of guys dress today, which is nice to include some of the JV just so they can be a part of the ride, playing in a big-time ballpark that's taken for a first strike. Graley, 4 RBIs coming in. And Sams offers line drive shot, hangs up in the air in left field, and a sliding catch made by Deuce McLean. Really nice play. And as he came in for it, kept the head up, and didn't go for the belly flop dive, but slid in there. Unlucky for Graley. The spin on the ball kept it elevated just long enough. That was smoked. Here's Hackman. He'll watch low. St. Albans putting on a defensive masterclass. As Hackman popped up in the second, that's down Broadway, 1-1. Been a clean ball game all around, no errors either side. 1-1. Curveball out. 2-1 delivery. Chopped ground ball off the foot. As the Blue will call that one dead. And Hackman shaken up. That is extremely painful when you get it off the foot there. No fun. As we're going to step away for a quick break here. 2-0 St. Albans.
For more than 170 years, Burke and Herbert Bank continues to deliver service beyond expectations to our customers. With an expanded footprint from the mountains of West Virginia to the Eastern Shore and beyond, we're here for you. As a full-service community bank offering the latest digital tools and guidance, we take the time to understand your unique needs, helping you move your family, your business, and your dreams forward together. Burke and Herbert Bank.
So Caden Hackman, thankfully, all right back to his feet. He'll have a bruise there on the foot tomorrow. Nobody on, one away. And Sams will get ready for the 2-2. Down and out. I remember we talked to Sams after his performance at the Oot Snyder of Berlin shootout. He hit some big buckets down the stretch. Gets the strikeout there to Hackman. Another HD media event, a successful year over at West Virginia State University. So Jackson Webb up, 0-for-1 with a ground out. As that's upstairs, ball one. Now, strikeout number 3, Sams 1-0 down and away. Webb batting .333, 7 hits, 5 ribbies. 2-0. As that's up. Webb with the Marucci in hand. You wonder when the torpedo bats are going to get to the high school level as far as making metal ones, as that is all over the plate. It's kind of all the rage right now. Torpedo bats, are they fair, are they not? As this is popped up towards second base, called for by Will Curry. He'll make the catch, and the side is retired. 2-0. Sams with a shutout going. We're back after this on HD Media Game Day.
Glenville State University offers cutting-edge programs, small class sizes, and dedicated faculty providing students with a personalized experience focused on their success. With the lowest tuition in the Mountain State, every student has the opportunity to achieve their goals. At Glenville State University, you'll find a community that supports, challenges, and inspires you every step of the way. From hands-on learning in state-of-the-art facilities to internships that connect you with real-world opportunities, we prepare you for the challenges and triumphs of tomorrow. Pioneer your future at Glenville State University.
CJE is a great company to work for. We've been around for 78 years. We are an underground utility construction company all across the East Coast. We are rapidly growing, and we're seeing a huge growth in this market, a huge need for employees. We are always looking for those that are experienced, those that are trying to get their foot in the door. We have positions for everybody. We offer competitive pay. We offer competitive benefits. We take pride in having a family atmosphere at CJ Hughes, and it's truly just a family company.
Are you ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades Apprenticeship Programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
Jackson Akers back out there for another frame of work. As a number 1 in need of a little bit of run support competing well so far to a really good St. Albans lineup. Back to the top of the order, it's Deuce McLean. As Akers going to work from the windup towards the outer black, called strike one. Hit McLean in the first, popped him up in the second. And the 0-1 delivery is low and inside. St. Albans with 5 hits to South Charleston's 1. And got him to pull the head out, swings and misses. Up 1-2. Here at Gomart Park, the sun close to all the way down. As Akers will head to the plate, curveball rolled over. Graley slides over, picks it, throws it back to first, and just late as Akers scooped. They'll give the tie to the runner. Infield single McLean. Heck of an effort there. Graley did as well as he could have, just to get the leather to it. Avery Graley, brother of Bubba Graley, who's over on the coaching staff currently, former West Virginia State right-hander. Was teammates with him back during the George Washington days, played a little junior league also. Here's Gavin Comer. The runner takes off, and it's lost on the transfer as McLean will slide in safely. And the Red Dragons into scoring position. Comer slashing .367. Double-digit hits with 11. And the 1-0 pitch is down low. Most of the home plate area vacated. You got people kind of scattered about. During the summer, that is where the toast man Rod Blackstone resides. It appears that he's got a plaque over there in the normal station. A toast man is the best in the business. I don't think it would be safe for high school. He'd probably have some parents fight him, and that even happens in the pros, as that's up and in. That guy methodical, does his research, pulls out random stats to talk trash. Local legend. If you've not seen the Toast Man, you got to do it. And the 3-0 is taken for a strike one. I think his official title is Director of Fun. Former deputy mayor. Enough on him. As Akers will look back towards Coach Saunders, heads out for a quick mound visit. Looks like something simple there just to get on the same page as the catcher. As Hackman will stand on top of the artificial mound as well. Be sure to check out the Charleston Gazette newspaper. We got the best writers in the business, Taylor Kennedy, Rick Elmore and company, day in, day out, finding the best game stories, columns at times. That is in the Gazette mail. It'll be in your driveway in the morning. Nobody out, runner on second. 3-1 pitch. Hard secondary, ground balls back to Akers. Goes one with it. St. Albans with one down. Effectively a swinging bunt from Comer as it got McLean over to third. So RBI situation here for Devin Hatfield. Went down watching in the first, popped up in the third. Offering off the outer half. South Charleston will play even up the middle, a step or two in front at the corners. Ground ball, Burke looked for, concedes the run, throws to first in time. RBI ground out Devin Hatfield. And the Red Dragons up 3-0. Correct decision there from Burke. Gave him a look. That's a long throw. Tough to get the tag down. St. Albans will take that trade any day of the week. Sam's 1 for 1. He's tripled and walked. Two triples, or check that, 3 triples on the year. As that's upstairs. The 1-1 is in the other batter's box. The 2-1 pitch. Caught for a strike. South Charleston hoping they have a late rally in them. They'll wrap up here, then head to Riverside in a couple of days. Sams gets the free base. Back-to-back regional opponents. In talking before the game, it should be Avery Grayley going in that one. Bryce Eggleton up, 2 down, runner on first. From the stretch, it's outside. About 43 minutes away from the start of the national championship game. It was so much fun to watch the other night. Houston charging back late. Pickoff move to first, got him. Grayley put the tag on as the base runner was leaning, and Akers aware. We're out of the frame in the 5th, back in the bottom half, 3-0 Red Dragons.
This HD media production of South Charleston Baseball is brought to you by the City of South Charleston, someplace special. Kevin Davis, attorney at law, helping the people of West Virginia every day. The Wheeling University Physical Therapy Program, emphasizing a whole-person approach to the investigation of clinical issues. And by Realtor Beth Given, taking your stress away with her experience and determined approach in the business and market. This HD media production of South Charleston Baseball is brought to you by Red Door Properties, your unequivocal go-to resource for all your real estate needs. The Masters Law Firm, helping West Virginia personal injury victims since 1974. The Affiliated Construction Trades. If you work for a living, we're working for you. And by the Charleston Gazette Mail, with digital subscriptions starting as low as $9.99 for 3 months.
And we're back on HD Media Game Day, 3-0. The St. Albans Red Dragons on top of South Charleston. A regional showdown tonight at Go-Mart Park. Marcus Goad will dig into the left side, 1 for 1 with a single. And this will chase upstairs. Brogan Sams in front, 0-1. Go to the base hit back in the 2nd. 0-1 pitch, well out. 7, 8, 9 in the order here. Goad, Brock Henson, Jordan Terry. There's 1-1. Similar spot. That the only hits so far for SC. And it's by him, second strike. As we mentioned earlier, 5 o'clock tomorrow, we got GW versus Ripley. 2-2 pitch is called for a strike three. They rung him up. Pinpoint location from the right-hander. And strikeout number 4. And it'll bring up Brock Henson. Henson 0 for 0 with a walk, early bunch show. Going to take a ball. That should be a really good game on the hill. Remember last year, Ripley had an unlikely late comeback to beat the Patriots. As that is skied into the seats. Both teams with plenty of college prospects. Bryson Casto, a stud there, son of Coach Shane Casto for the Vikings. And between Eli Smith as well as Slade Barton, multiple D1 guys. John Falla looked really sharp the other night as the 0-1 pitch is up. So that is 5 o'clock tomorrow. 1-1 count. And it drilled him. So Henson right on the 2. Gonna wear one, as they say. Nobody on, one down, Jordan Terry. Black Eagle center fielder went down swinging in the bottom of the second. First pitch fastball under the zone. As Coach Saunders shuffles through the signs. Throw over to first, tighter than you'd want for the Black Eagles, but it's safe. The Cardinals have scored 4-1. The Pirates lead them in the top of the 6th. As that's well up, back pick this time. The Dodgers trail the Nationals 2-3. And LA's come back to life a little bit. Lost a series to the Phillies after the undefeated start. You were wondering if they were ever going to lose. Over the letters, fans not happy. Sometimes you just got to help advise the Blue. It's all it is a consultation. This time brings it down, called strike. Speaking of the Dodgers, I think they're good for the game, not so much with the deferred money, but you kind of need that generational squad. And gets the strike call towards the low part of the zone. Full count, one down. Henson takes his lead. And Sams offers. It's up. Four walks, one hit by pitch given up by the Red Dragons. Back to the top with Braxton Burke. Burke flew out to left field, grounded out in the third inning. First pitch curveball, this time locates. Burke came into the day at an even 400. So the plate, Sam's 0-1. Upstairs, the last about 4 fastballs have been high. One. Lost control of it, 2-1 count. As we bring you the action from Gomart Ballpark. It was Power Park for the longest time, still getting used to that. As the 2-1 pitch is fouled off the end of the bat. But that is the way of the world. And it was always kind of frustrating as much as you liked the power. You didn't really like rooting for your power bill so much. Home of the Dirty Birds now. They made the switch 2 years ago. I was actually on the call when it happened. After a town-wide guessing contest. Chopped ground ball to third. Chance for a double play. They shoot it across the diamond. It's in time. Well done by Devin Hatfield. That'll retire the side. 3-0 Red Dragons. We're back after this.
CJE is a great company to work for. We've been around for 78 years. We are an underground utility construction company all across the East Coast. We are rapidly growing, and we're seeing a huge growth in this market, a huge need for employees. We are always looking for those that are experienced, those that are trying to get their foot in the door. We have positions for everybody. We offer competitive pay. We offer competitive benefits. We take pride in having a family atmosphere at CJ Hughes, and it's truly just a family company.
Surround yourself with beautiful views at the Eagle's Nest Restaurant and Lounge, open Wednesday through Sunday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Try our all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet on Saturdays from 9 to noon. How about lunch instead? Join us for our lunch buffet on Sunday and Wednesday through Friday from noon to 2. Want a place to relax after a long week? Our lounge has happy hour every Friday night starting at 4:30. Great quality food at prices you'll love. Come to Eagle's Nest Restaurant just off Canal Turnpike in South Charleston.
Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane is built a little differently than other dealerships on things like a smile and a handshake. That's because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and the huge inventory in both new and pre-owns doesn't hurt either. So when you're ready for your next vehicle, make that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just off the Hurricane exit of I-64, Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
And we're back to it on HD Media Game Day. Leading off here for St. Albans, Bryce Eggleton. 5, 6, 7 in the order. As Jackson Akers will miss that one inside. Some action up in the St. Albans bullpen. Nothing going on yet for the Black Eagles. 1-0 pitch. Just off the plate. 6 Red Dragon hits to South Charleston's 1. 2-0 delivery. That's up. And that's just been the story tonight. The bat's not rolling. And the Red Dragons coming up with some timely hits. They've manufactured some runs as that's taken for a strike one. Especially in the last inning as Devin Hatfield brought one in with a ground ball. Prior to that, they had the 4-hit explosion in the second. Found backward. 2-hit game for Josh Mosley. And he's driven in a run as well. Nobody on, nobody out. Full count delivery is chopped foul. .77 on the gun there from Akers. That's down and away, just misses for ball 4. Nobody out, runner on first. Luke Buckner will step in batting .320. St. Albans going to get some wheels out there. Number 7, Josiah Cochran, pinch running. First pitch to Buckner. Fouled over the press box. 0 for 2. Buckner struck out in the second, grounded out in the fourth. And to the plate, 0-1. Curveball dribbled towards short. Charging Burke gets the lead runner at second. Atkins had to tag and did so successfully. Nice adjustment there. The throw took him up high. Had a soft hands to bring it in, got the tag down. Here's Josh Mosley. And from the chest, Akers will go. It's high and tight. Mosley hitting .294. That'll go up after tonight with hits 6 and 7. And he'll slash it over onto the concourse. Towards the concession stand, they had a little bit of that going today. Some hot dogs, not the full arsenal. As the 0-1 pitch is hit backward. Normally they got the stern wheeler. It's a gigantic sandwich. I can't remember exactly what's on it. And then under manager Billy Horn, you had the Billy Horn dog with macaroni and bacon. Don't think I ever gave it a shot. As Akers going to toss over to first. Manager Horn took over for Mark Minikazi, who's a legend to me. St. Albans grabbed time over there. Coach Drew going to whisper something to Buckner. Runner on first, one down, 0-2. And it's hit well. Mosley rolling. Shot to center. Base runner to third. And a 3-for-3 night from the DH, Josh Mosley. He's got his rhythm and timing down, just keeping the hands through the baseball. They've all been towards the middle of the field area. And they may pinch run here also. St. Albans trying to put this one out of reach. Number 17, Braden Smith will head out there. Mentioned Mark Minikazi. I remember one time he threw 10 baseball bats onto home plate, told the umpire, "We don't need these, you're not letting us use them, take them." Then got ejected, slow walked it out to the clubhouse and right. We actually ended up on Sports Center's Instagram page. Kind of the peak of my career as we find ourselves here in the sixth. Well, Curry up. Akers twice tries the double move. The base runners staying still. From the stretch, offering high and tight. We were talking at the outset about just some of the great baseball players that have come through Charleston. Remember that year there was Jimmy Paredes, a Phillies big leaguer, as the runner going to take off. Faked throw. They'll hang on to it, second and third. Alberto Callaspo won the league MVP at age 38. A 300 hitter for the Angels. Large spectrum in that Atlantic League. I advise you to come on out. As Akers to the dish, line drive shot. St. Albans staying rolling. Will Curry drives in two. Well, Curry, 2 for 3. Back-to-back hits. Right back up the gut. St. Albans accumulating here in the sixth. That was hit number 8. Tyler DeLuca, lefty, Runner goes. Throw down. Beats it by a mile. St. Albans hoping to make it back here for the state tournament. Last year was Martinsburg, GW, as well as Cabell, Midland, Morgantown. Everything changes under the four-class system. And actually all of the champions under the new definition go up in class. Akers, 0-2. As that's up and away. So, for instance, Charleston Catholic, the single A champion, will now play in double A. Ball and 2 strikes. Curveball got him. And he dropped the strike 3. Got to throw to first to finish it, and he's safe. And Hackman frustrated, saying that he caught the ball. We don't have a great angle on that. As he smothered it, I couldn't tell if it bounced out or not. So he struck him out, but DeLuca going to reach anyway. Top of the order, Deuce McLean. Singled in the 5th. And the pitch is off the outer half. McLean up, Gavin Comer due up next. The 1-0 is high and out. Still no action up for South Charleston, which is tricky in high school because the relief pitcher could easily be in the field. As that's down Broadway 2-1. That's lifted straight away right field, shallow. And drifting back, Tanner Adkins makes the catch. A little close for comfort there if you're Coach Saunders. Well done by Adkins. But neither guy out there, Goad or Tanner, was ever really camped under it. Here's Gavin Comer, grounded into a double play. Popped up and got out on the ground last time. Runner going to take off from second. Line drive shot down the line. A swing and run. It works for the Red Dragons. In comes run number 6. And some struggles getting it in. They'll bring another one through. 7-0. RBI from Gavin Comer, who wheeled his way all the way to third. Give him an RBI triple as it was down in the coffin corner. And turned on the Jets. That'll bring up Devin Hatfield, and that hits him. As the game getting away from South Charleston, a 4-spot already. As Coach Saunders will come out. Nine Black Eagle hits. And Saunders going to grab the ball. Akers pitched well for large stretches tonight, putting up zeros in the 1st, 3rd, 4th, Just a one spot in the fifth, but explosive innings in the second, and now the sixth going to do in the start. South Charleston making a pitching change. We'll head to a break. 7-0 Red Dragons on HD Media Game Day.
This HD Media production of South Charleston Baseball is brought to you by the City of South Charleston, someplace special. Kevin Davis, attorney at law, helping the people of West Virginia every day. The Wheeling University Physical Therapy Program, emphasizing a whole-person approach to the investigation of clinical issues. And by Realtor Beth Given, taking your stress away with her experience and determined approach in the business and market.
Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane is built a little differently than other dealerships on things like a smile and a handshake. That's because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and the huge inventory in both new and pre-owned doesn't hurt either. So when you're ready for your next vehicle, make that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just off the Hurricane exit of I-64, Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
CJU is a great company to work for. We've been around for 78 years. We are an underground utility construction company all across the East Coast. We are rapidly growing, and we're seeing a huge growth in this market, a huge need for employees. We are always looking for those that are experienced, those that are trying to get their foot in the door. We have positions for everybody. We offer competitive pay. We offer competitive benefits. We take pride in having a family atmosphere at CJU's, and it's truly just a family company.
So South Charleston to its second arm. Jordan Terry will head on to the bump. Terry facing runners at the corners. And Brogan Sam's up to bat, as the delivery is outside. Terry coming in 0-1. 12 runs allowed. He's struck out 4, walked 3. 1-0 pitch down and out. Sam's in this game has tripled and walked twice. Hit that screamer to deep left field. From the chest, Terry draws a ground ball. Burke to second. Atkins will step on the bag, retires the side. As SC chasing 7 as we bring you the action on HD Media Game Day. Be sure to check out the Charleston Gazette-Mail in the morning as Taylor Kennedy and company bring you all the best stuff. He did a great piece the other day about how West Virginia subtly is one of the best producers of girls basketball players. There's just been some studs throughout the years. You think about Renee Montgomery, Alexis Hornbuckle. Had the women's basketball national championship yesterday, so I guess it's just topical. But it's just kind of stuff like that, insightful articles, things that you otherwise never would have thought of. St. Albans going to bring in a new arm, number 2, Devin Hatfield. So that'll wrap it up for Sam's. 4 strikeouts, just 1 hit allowed. That is rock solid. And Brogan now going to move to shortstop. Sam's nephew of my former coach, Chad Campbell, who spent some time on the staff at South Charleston High School, was also the George Washington head baseball coach for the longest time, I think over a decade. Got to bump into him earlier. It was pretty cool to see them. It's really a community thing, this baseball lifestyle. You run into the same people. Coach Campbell, one of the high-integrity, good guys in the business. Most of the guys that dedicate their time, that really don't get paid what they deserve, pretty much you're doing it for the love of the game to make players better. As Hatfield will get loose, GW with, or rather South Charleston, that'll get me punched in the face over there. Akers up, Tanner Atkins in the on-deck circle, Avery Grayley in the hole. Akers 0 for 1, flew out to right field in the first, walked in the third. Akers a 174 hitter coming in. 2 doubles, 1 triple. Here's a pop-up. As Riggin will camp under it, makes the catch. 80-mile-per-hour velocity on the fastball. And Akers just got under it. Here's Tanner Atkins, a walk and a line out. Sam's slid over to shortstop. Here's the pitch. It's all over it. Atkins, a 192 hitter, 5 hits coming in. Was unlucky last time, lined out to third. It led to a double play. 1-hop ground ball fielded by Brogan. Throw to first beats him. So once again, solid contact. Just got to hit them where they ain't. Avery Grayley's gone down watching, flown out to left. As that's run upstairs, ball 1. Ground ball, third base, fielded, sliding over, throw in time. And the side is retired. That was Gavin Comer. We're back in the top of the 7th. We'll give you a beautiful shot here of Go Mart Ballpark in this regional showdown. Gameday, as you look at beautiful Go Mart Park, that's the near side bullpen. That's where the kids run across the field every ball game. Hard keeping up with them, especially in a mascot costume. I know from experience there. As Jordan Terry going to work to Bryce Eggleton. And it's a ball. Eggleton, 4th time through. Struck out, popped up, and walked. Here's the offering. Eggleton up by the chin. I think they did away with the mascot when they went to the Dirty Birds. It used to be Chuck. As that's snuck past. I think that's a fixture in any pro ballpark. 2-1 delivery. Is down and away. As Terry wheels and deals at 3-1. Hit hard, left field, and it'll get past Moscow. Towards the fence, headed for second, is Eggleton. Not going to stop there. Rounds and goes to third on the relay. Tight play. He's in there safely. A screamer, Bryce Eggleton with the extra bagger. Got to give credit for the triple there. Was not actually touched. As Luke Buckner up to bat. As that's past the catcher, perfect hop right back to him, and then misplayed as Eggleton will slide in safely. Saw it on display there. A lot of team speed for the Red Dragons. We've seen it all utilized tonight. The hit and run, some stolen bases. Triples from Comer, Eggleton, and Sams. Offering to Buckner, a tad out in front, gets the strike. One offering. Sharp line drive through the 5.5 hole. As Buckner on with his first hit. Braden Smith in here, his first at bat. As he'll hit in the DH spot. If Josh Mosley's done for the night, shout out to him. 3 for 3, drove in a run, really set the tone when it was a much closer ball game. Since then, it's opened up 11 base knocks. As Terry comes set. And that's high. So St. Albans 7-2, assuming they close it out here. They'll take 8 wins into a Spring Valley game on the road tomorrow. As that's flinched at, taken for a strike. At a 7 o'clock first pitch. A decent chance they'll have Eggleton going. And that's low. Three-one delivery. Dribbled ground ball. Third base fielded, thrown to second in time, throw to first. Will pull Graley off the bag. As Brock Henson, who's had a solid night defensively, delivered a good throw there to Akers. One down for Will Curry. Just about 10 minutes till the national championship game gets underway. You know, there's some dads on some smartphones starting to get antsy. No broadcasters, though. And the pitch is caught for a strike. The 1 pitch got him out in front. Again, be sure to check out the Charleston Gazette Mail. They had reactions to the WVU spring game, the football game that took place at Milan Pushkar Stadium this weekend. 0-2 taken for strike 3. Terry delivers a shot right down the middle. Got Chance Campbell there watching. Up now lefty Tyler DeLuca, 2 down, runner on first. As that skied into the seats. DeLuca struck out, reached on a drop, strike 3 last time. Grounded out in the 3rd, drove in a run in the 2nd. Here's the pitch, lifted straightaway center field, tailing Akers, drop step, makes the catch. And it's the last chance, South Charleston chasing 8. We're back after this on HD Media Game Day.
This HD Media production of South Charleston Baseball is brought to you by the City of South Charleston, someplace special. Kevin Davis, attorney at law, helping the people of West Virginia every day. The Wheeling University Physical Therapy Program, emphasizing a whole-person approach to the investigation of clinical issues. And by Realtor Beth Given, taking your stress away with her experience and determined approach in the business and market.
Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane is built a little differently than other dealerships on things like a smile and a handshake. That's because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and the huge inventory in both new and pre-owned doesn't hurt either. So when you're ready for your next vehicle, make that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just off the Hurricane exit of I-64, Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
CJU is a great company to work for. We've been around for 78 years. We are an underground utility construction company all across the East Coast. We are rapidly growing, and we're seeing a huge growth in this market, a huge need for employees. We are always looking for those that are experienced, those that are trying to get their foot in the door. We have positions for everybody. We offer competitive pay. We offer competitive benefits. We take pride in having a family atmosphere at CJU's, and it's truly just a family company.
And we're back on HD Media Game Day. St. Albans trying to finish off a stellar defensive ball game. They've allowed only 1 hit and put up 8 runs. Haven't made any base running mistakes either. Really as close to a perfect game as you could play. Of course, not in the literal sense of the term, just one that Coach Whitman will feel really strong about. Into pitch now, number 1, Will Curry. Curry started the game at second base. The current second baseman's Hatfield, who just pitched. And the rest of it remains the same. Curry, 3 1/3 innings pitched. Yet to be a part of a win-loss decision, as that'll run inside. It's Caden Hackman, Jackson Webb, Marcus Goad due up. As Hackman will watch up. Looks like Coach Saunders going to kill the DH and bat Carter Moscow in the next spot. And this is ripped hard down the left field line, fair. Around in first, headed for second, Caden Hackman. And with a stand-up double. Threading the needle there. Just inside the line, Caden Hackman into scoring position. And South Charleston going to bring on a pinch runner. Is Moscow going to take a strike? Number 9, Gavin Young with the helmet on in to run. And on deck going to be another substitution, Avon Fowler. So on a slow offensive night, Coach Saunders saying, why not? Let's give some guys a chance. As that's chased away. Nobody out, runner on second. Way up in the count 0-2. And that's blocked well. Two to Moscow. Nearly hit him. Again, we thank the folks here at Gameday Park. There's the 1-2 pitch, curveball. Rung him up for strike 3. Nice breaker as Will Curry records out number 1. Avon Fowler up, 1 down, runner on second. This ballpark home to a few different teams, one of them West Virginia Tech. Their head coach, Coach Nesselrode, I believe in the 3rd row, doing some scouting. As that swung out and missed. They score a ton of runs in that NAIA league. They had a game once, bombs were dropping left and right. 0-1 pitch. Is down low. The Golden Bears up in Beckley, they're called. And Marshall used to play here before they built the new ballpark. Early on in the Big 12 days, WVU did as well. Saw TCU right here as that's inside. The Mountain East Conference Championship located here also. The 2-1 pitch. He did not go as the blue check Tom Alloys. Didn't really seem like much of a check swing. Sets and goes, 3-1 pitch. Is up high for ball 4. As Avon Fowler walks. Another pinch hit, it's Hayden Short. Played the JV ball game earlier. The pitch. Fouled away. Final score in the Bigs, the Tigers knocked off the Yankees 6-2. Our cameraman Steve-O going to be happy about that one. Cubs up 2-0 on the Rangers, bottom 5th. And the Royals up on the Twins 3-1, bottom 4. Swing and a miss goes 0-2. First and second, one away. And glances at second. Curry comes to the plate. Just high and tight. Nothing in 2. Got him swinging. And South Charleston down to its last out. So Jordan Terry digs in. And St. Albans just 1 out away from win number 8. Should be a game to keep an eye on tomorrow at Spring Valley. That's 2 of the contenders. Spring Valley, of course, the boys and girls basketball state champions. One 1-0 pitch. As that is hit shallow to right field, bloop base knock, and Terry with the single. Actually, they just won the girls basketball championship, E-Broadcaster. So top of the order here, Braxton Burke can slice the deficit in half with a grand slam. Coach Tom Alloway is going to talk something over here. Coach Saunders, the end of the powwow, and now Rick Whitman. I don't know if that had something to do with the substitutions taking place. They were down in the bottom of the order anyway. That'll remain a mystery. As the first pitch is all over the plate, the infield umpire there needed a breather as he's being tended to at the moment. You hope Tom is all right on a serious note as the 0-1's down in the dirt. It appears to be as he's hydrating. Burke, a 400 hitter. Has flown out to left, grounded out, and grounded into a double play last time. 1-1 runs in. From the stretch. Just under the knees. Down Broadway, hit well center field, and he's under it. A catch made, that'll do it. Tyler DeLuca squeezes it, and 8-0 St. Albans wins as they'll improve to 8-2. South Charleston going to drop to 5-4. A big thank you to Ethan Young on the production tonight, as well as Steve Ho operating the camera work. This has been Michael Sussman. Tomorrow we're back with you at GW versus Ripley, 5 o'clock. Have a good one.